Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel. Tobin here with you in the wee hours of Tuesday morning. Monday Night Football has come to an end, and man, what a night it was for the AFC East. A day that was, we were riding high. Everybody was going crazy, obviously for good reason with what the Miami Dolphins had done. A lot of flowers being thrown the Dolphins' way today, and in the minds of the NFL expert, and we can dive into that another time. But their division rivals today, the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills, met, and it was a very, very, very critical day. Aaron Rodgers went down after just a handful of plays, not even a handful of plays, with the New York Jets. He was first of all, the first three plays running for his damn life. I mean, those concerns with the New York Jets offensive line were legit. That was definitely fortified in the first few plays there. But Aaron Rodgers ends up getting hit, and then it doesn't look like much, but then you go back on the angle and you can kind of see his ankle had kind of gotten bent up, and he gets up, goes back to the huddle, and then all of a sudden is sitting on his butt and is grabbing at it. And you're like, ooh, all right. And you go to the point where he ends up going to the tent, comes out, gets carted off, and reports were starting to come out that it was an Achilles, which, brutal. Just an absolute death blow to the Jets. Look, obviously a very annoying fan base, but a long-suffering fan base, and they were feeling as froggy as possible coming in this year with Aaron Rodgers. They finally have their quarterback. They think that they're going to compete for this division. They had better odds than the Dolphins to win the division, according to Vegas. Everybody was excited to see this Monday night game. I was even curious, what is this Jets team going to be? I actually had them in our show picks this week, and this was the last pick I had to keep it respectable. Now, thankfully, I still did end up winning that, thanks to Josh Allen being a bum. But that's for another topic for another few minutes. But yeah, man, the reports start coming out. Aaron Rodgers, Achilles. Seems like it's serious. And really, that injury is always such a weird one because, first of all, he was dealing with some calf stuff. Second of all, which is connected to it, that's never a good thing. Leroy, who's like my injury expert. I always go to Leroy. He's had everything injured. And he'll always be like, you have a calf? Better watch for that Achilles. So I'm sure he's going to bring something about that on the show later on today. But yeah, when you saw him kind of reach for the ankle, you're like, that's kind of weird. That's a weird reaction, almost like something's wrong there. So Robert Saleh comes on after their thrilling win. They win in overtime after Josh Allen. I cannot stress, this dude played like a fat cat bum out on that field. Turns the ball over willy-nilly. And he was there was a lot of talk, I'm going to play different. I'm going to play a different. This dude just chucks up interceptions like it's going out of style. It's almost, it's like a vintage thing you don't even see in the league anymore. With how much people value the football, he's kind of like the last of a dying breed who's just gunslinging it, but his bullets go all over the place and you don't know where they're going to end up. And the Buffalo Bills, who everybody has said, watch this team. They're going to take a step back. Something is going to be wrong here. They go out there and put up 16 points on the New York Jets, whose defense is very good. Don't get me wrong. But also, this was a team that was 13-3 this past year, and their QB loves giving the football over to the other team. He loves it. He loves giving the football over to the other team, and it's a sight to behold with how good he is at turning the football over. He had 3 picks today. He lost a fumble. It's wild. It's really, really impressive to see what he's able to do in this day and age, where you watched this Sunday and you watched Tua go out there. And, yeah, Tua threw up an interception, but you just see the accuracy, the precision that he has all over the place. And then you have Josh Allen, who everybody was, like, coronating and giving the title of second in Mahomes. You know, like they're giving him this praise. Interesting week for a lot of the Rats who are trying to get back on the Tua ship. But this game feels like it had massive ramifications all over the place because, look, let's be honest about it. The New York Jets don't have Aaron Rodgers, and they're going at this thing seriously with Zach Wilson. Kiss them goodbye. I mean, if anybody's probably like eyes light up after that game, it's probably the Patriots, to be honest with you. They're probably like, oh, maybe we can do something. Maybe we can wild card here a little bit something. But this division that was thought to be this vaunted juggernaut, you have Josh Allen, who looks like he may be going into some kind of a career crisis. And then the Jets lose their 40-year-old quarterback in the matter of 4 snaps. Insane, dude. Insane night in the AFC East. And the thing that's crazy, the thing I really want to know, like, I don't believe that Aaron Rodgers gave up $35 million. I feel like there's some kind of a financial shell game going on there. But let's just say he really did give up $35 million. He gave up $35 million for that many snaps. It's just crazy. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with that. 4 snaps. 4 snaps and an Achilles snap. $35 million. If he didn't put it in some kind of a financial shell game, which I'm still not sure of. I got to be honest with you. It's not fun to make fun of injuries. But Woody Johnson getting the news of Aaron Rodgers while wearing that ridiculous chain was a sight to behold. It was a sight to behold. And I saw Manning. Manning was busted up about it. He was on the broadcast. He was boo-hooing. They had that dopey Ryan Fitzpatrick. I had to watch it too. Sad sight to see. It really is. As far as the Dolphins are concerned, you know, they were back in facilities today, back from the West Coast, and meeting some of the media. Christian Wilkins, he was talking about the defense. And was saying it wasn't up to snuff in the old Christian Wilkins' mind.
No excuses need to be made. I mean, we all know that wasn't our standard, you know, and we got to play better defense, and that starts with me as an individual, as a leader of the defense. It starts with me. So we'll definitely be better this week, and moving forward, we'll definitely be better. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're about business moving forward and about improving moving forward. So that's what we'll do. But just naturally, there's obviously a little bit of adjusting, but again, that's no excuse. You know, we're all professionals, so we all got to do our job, regardless of how plays are being called, what's being called. If there's a good play called, we got to execute. If there's a bad play called, we still got to execute. So, regardless, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We just got to be better.
They have a lot of improvement that they have to do, and I do think that there is going to be an element of they have to get used to the way Fangs calls these games, how he's going about it. I don't think the Dolphin fan is going to have a lot of tolerance and patience for it because Vic Fangio is, you know, the richest assistant in all of football, and he's supposed to be this guru, and it's not like he has this batch of bad defenders. So I don't think the patience is going to be high for a lot of Dolphin fans to deal with them getting, especially just gutted like Swiss cheese like they did. I mean, that was the thing that was, I think, the most frustrating is that you just really were worried that you got into these situations. Now, to the Dolphins' credit, when it really got to a lot of passing situations, they had some success at being able to you know, contain Justin Herbert. He didn't have a fantastic game, and really, if it wasn't, I'd say the biggest concern with the passing defense is probably Xavier Howard with his grabness that was going on there. But certainly there's got to be some improvement that's happening there. Javon Holland was also saying that just overall they got to be way better.
We're a gritty team. We need that. Go out there and win. Feels good to win that week 1. Even though we're not satisfied with our performance as a defense, you know, we got stuff to build on, and everything's easier when, you know, you're building off of a win, not a loss. So feels good.
does make the vibes a lot better that they were able to go about this thing and make sure that it was that they can build off these things. Because look, it is that margin so quick. I mean, we're talking about tip balls and all this tip balls and missed extra points and all that, but they did really step up and they dialed up the heat in that final drive, and it really was a fun way to end that game. And so much so the Dolphins even gave them the elevator. They gave the crowning achievement of the week, the better than a game ball as being the Dolphins facility elevator, and it went to the sack of Justin Herbert to end that game. So now the Dolphins, sit back here, and I don't know what the AFC odds are going to swing to because the Dolphins had the third longest, but I got to imagine when we wake up tomorrow or whenever the hell you're watching this, I would venture to guess the Dolphins are going to be the odds-on favorite to win the AFC East. Tua had already jumped to MVP tie with Patrick Mahomes after his performance this week, and it is interesting to see because Tua was in line with some of the MVP favorite odds last year before the head injuries, the second go-around, and they're sitting pretty right now. There's no way that the Dolphins don't go into this week against New England, a divisional game on the road. They are able to pull this one off to come back home to a Broncos team that really, I think, was thoroughly unimpressive, and their quarterback looks washed AF. Hey, it's all there for them. That's the thing. This defense really can talk about that they got to adjust, but this division right now with what just happened tonight in New Jersey, you have basically been saying like, hey, this very much looks like the Bills' window is closing. Their quarterback can't take care of the football. The other team, which put their hopes on a 40-year-old hippie, his Achilles snapped in 4 plays. Here's the AFC East, Dolphins. Go take it. The other team has Mac Jones. Go take the AFC East. It's there for you now, dude. It has never been this teed up for you. All you have to do is live up to your potential. Don't F this up. And that's what it felt like after Monday Night Football came to a close tonight.